This year has been unforgettable, hasn't it? Think about it for a moment. You've cried, laughed, lost, failed, won, and maybe even fallen in love. It's been a roller coaster, hasn't it? But here's what makes this year special. You've learned. Every tear, every smile, every win, and every loss. Each of them has taught you something, and those lessons, they're the keys to unlocking your potential in the year ahead. That's why you can't afford to miss this video. By the end, you'll walk away with 10 powerful lessons that I'm taking with me into 2025. Lessons that can transform your mindset, your relationships, and even your entire life. The last 3 are the most important, so make sure you stay with me until the end. Let's dive in and make every second you spend here worth it. Lesson 1. Control what you can, accept what you can't. Life threw curveballs at us this year, didn't it? Plans fell apart, people disappointed us, and outcomes didn't always go our way. It's tempting to get frustrated or feel helpless in such moments, but here's the truth. Most of it was never in your control. What is in your control, though, is your reaction. Imagine how much lighter you'd feel if you stopped trying to control the uncontrollable. This is where Stoic wisdom comes in. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When I stopped obsessing over what others said or did, and instead focused on my response, I found clarity. In 2025, let's master ourselves instead of wasting energy on what we can't change. Lesson 2. Adversity is a teacher, not an enemy. Every setback this year was a lesson in disguise. Do you remember the times when life felt unfair, even cruel? Those were the moments that shaped you. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." I faced failures that made me question my abilities, but in hindsight, they were the greatest gifts. Why? Because they taught me resilience. Imagine viewing every challenge not as a roadblock, but as a stepping stone. Carry this mindset into 2025. Each obstacle isn't an end, it's the beginning of growth. Lesson 3. Gratitude turns little into enough. When was the last time you truly paused to appreciate what you have? This year, I learned that gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice. It's a mindset that shifts your perspective entirely. Instead of longing for what I didn't have, I focused on the small, beautiful things. A kind word from a friend, a quiet morning, or even the ability to pursue my dreams. Seneca reminds us, "He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing." Gratitude isn't about settling, it's about realizing that abundance already exists in your life. Make it a habit in 2025. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day and watch your outlook transform. Lesson 4. Consistency beats motivation. Every time. Motivation is fleeting. One day it's there, and the next, it's gone. This year, I learned that success doesn't depend on how inspired you feel, but on how consistently you show up. Think about it. How many times have you started something with excitement, only to give up when the initial energy faded? The Stoics knew the value of discipline. "No great thing is created suddenly," said Epictetus. Whether it was building healthy habits or working toward my goals, I saw the magic of taking small daily steps. In 2025, commit to showing up, even when you don't feel like it. That's where true transformation begins. Lesson 5. Solitude reveals your true self. How often do you sit in silence away from distractions? This year, I discovered the power of solitude. In the quiet, I asked myself hard questions. What do I want? Who am I becoming? And in those moments, I found answers. The Stoics practiced daily reflection, and it's a habit I'm taking into 2025. Spend time alone. Not scrolling on your phone, but truly alone. Write your thoughts, review your day, and get to know the real you. When you embrace solitude, you gain clarity, direction, and peace. Lesson 6. Relationships are life's greatest investment. No matter how much you achieve, life feels empty without meaningful connections. This year taught me that relationships are like gardens. They need care, patience, and time. When I made the effort to listen more, forgive faster, and express gratitude to the people who mattered, my relationships flourished. As Marcus Aurelius said, "We were born to work together." In 2025, let's prioritize the people who uplift us and let go of those who drain us. After all, the quality of your relationships determines the quality of your life. Lesson 7. Failures are foundations for success. Do you fear failure? This year, I learned to embrace it. Every no brought me closer to a yes. Every mistake showed me a better way. Seneca said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Failure isn't something to avoid, it's something to celebrate. Why? Because it means you're trying. As we move into 2025, don't run from failure, run toward it. The lessons you'll gain are priceless. Lesson 8. Time is your most valuable currency. How much time did you waste this year on things that didn't matter? Be honest. For me, it was a lot. The Stoics were clear. Time is our most finite resource, and wasting it is the greatest tragedy. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." In 2025, let's guard our time fiercely. Use it for what truly matters, your goals, your passions, and the people you love, because once it's gone, you can never get it back. Lesson 9. You don't need permission to chase your dreams. How often do you wait for the right time or someone's approval to start? This year, I realized that waiting is just another form of procrastination. Marcus Aurelius said, "You could be good today. Instead, you choose tomorrow." In 2025, stop waiting for perfection. Start messy. Start scared. Just start. Your dreams are worth the risk, and you don't need anyone's permission to pursue them. Lesson 10. Focus on who you are, not just what you do. It's easy to get caught up in achievements, but this year taught me that character matters more than accomplishments. The Stoics believed that living a virtuous life, being kind, honest, and wise, was the ultimate goal. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be, Marcus Aurelius said. Be one. As we step into 2025, focus not just on what you want to achieve, but on the person you want to become. This year has been a chapter in the story of your life, a chapter of growth, learning, and becoming. As we enter 2025, take these lessons with you, reflect on them, live by them. And remember, the journey isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Let's make 2025 a year to remember, together.